Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes React. I'm Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
I'm Office Bloke Daz.
Collectively we are the Office Blokes.
Yes.
Aye.
Have we got a Patreon page, Mike?
We have got a Patreon page. Go and look at patreon.com. Put Office Blokes React. If you want to support the channel, it would be amazing.
Like everyone else does.
Well, some people do, not everyone.
Everyone does. You're missing out if you're not a Patreon.
Exactly,
Everyone in the world
A lot of
does.
fun that goes on. We have a party every Friday night, don't we?
We do, yeah.
Yeah. Tiers start at just £1.50 anyway, so go and have a look.
Nice one. Right then, something that we all barely have a decent grasp of is the English language. So we're going to watch Casually Explained English language.
I like this channel.
Right, interesting.
What was it was cycling that we did yesterday, wasn't
Yeah.
it? And it was great. The levels of sarcasm and just the subtle piss take was great.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if all the videos are like that, but that video yesterday with cycling was very, very funny.
It was.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they're all like that. With
They'd
that
have
level
to
of
be.
sarcasm.
I think they'd have
I
to
don't
be.
know. I'm not sure. I just come across. I don't even know how I come across it. It just flashed up and I thought, what's that?
Yeah. Yeah,
And
it was good anyway.
it was.
Cycling.
Yeah,
Enjoyed
it was.
that. So hopefully it's along the same line.
And maybe we can shed some light on it being the English language.
Doubt it.
Yeah. Who knows?
Let's do
The
it.
word in it.
In it.
In it.
Casually Explained the English language.
While most people in the world are forced to learn English if they ever want to leave their country for an international career, English speakers routinely visit other countries for leisure, not learn the language, and then get mad when no one understands them. English is such an influential language, in fact, that most people from English-speaking countries never even consider learning a second language to fluency. If we look at a map of Europe, we can see that the average person in Sweden or Norway knows 2.5 languages, Germany 2, the UK is trailing with 1.6, and America is still figuring out what a kilometer is.
It's funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
How many of these countries that speak more than one language speak English as their second language, though?
Yeah, most.
So, if you learn two languages in Germany, but the second language is English, then we don't have to bother, do we?
No. Well, the thing you've got as well is if you're German and you go to France, you need to know German and French.
Definitely a
And
little
if
bit.
you're French, you need to go. But then if you go Portugal, then you need to know Portuguese as well. If you go Spain, you need to know Spanish. All right. So all of a sudden, you've got all these different languages. Let's just speak English. Let's learn English, and everyone speaks English.
Universal language.
Because if you go from France to Germany and you speak English, everyone will understand you.
Yeah.
But if you start speaking France, everyone will hate you.
Try speaking French in France to a French person.
No.
If you're
They-
English.
They hate that.
I'll proper
Really.
put it off as well. I'll be like, bonjour.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Yeah, buongiorno, yeah.
Madame.
Buongiorno.
Give us
Be like, Derek.
un croissant, please.
Por favor.
One redeeming factoid that I've
proper
heard
wind 'em
quite
up, yeah.
frequently from English-speaking people is that English is one of the hardest languages to learn, which isn't true. Well, I know that they just want to feel good about themselves. They should know by now that no one is allowed to feel good about themselves on my watch, especially myself. In reality, how hard a language is to learn is actually only really related to how similar it is to the language you already know. So for an English speaker, it usually takes about 600 hours of dedicated study and practice to reach conversational fluency in any of the Romance or Scandinavian languages, then around twice as long for Greek, Hebrew, or Slavic languages, then around twice as long as that again for Arabic, Japanese, Korean, Assembly, or Mandarin. So if you're learning English and speak any of those languages, then pretty much the reverse applies. What is true, though, is that English has quite a few quirks that make it easier to learn than other languages in some ways, and quirks that make it way harder as well. One of the best features of English is that we don't have masculine, feminine, or neutral. We just have the definite article, the table, the refrigerator, and there are no regular nouns with gender, making English the ultimate safe space language. The downside, however, is that while I was trying to learn French, I would say, j'aime le chocolat. And
My
people
name
would
is-
say, le chocolat.
I like
I like chocolate.
chocolate. Yeah.
The North Americans are so stupid. And that would hurt my feelings because I was trying my best. But when anyone is learning English as a second language and they say, the chocolate, and then I say, the chocolate, and they're like, the chocolate. And I always think, not so easy now, is it, baguette boy? This is why you haven't been a world superpower for 300 years. What I'm trying to say is that while English nouns have no gender, the definite article the is a nightmare for most trying to learn it because one of the most difficult sounds to pronounce in English is the TH sound, th. I mean, not for me, I fucking nailed it, but for non-English speaking people, who usually replace it with a Z, D, or an F. And if you've ever talked to someone
Do you ever correct anyone
No, never.
when they're foreign and they're
No.
speaking English?
Absolutely not.
No, because I think
No, I don't.
I think fair play if you're trying to speak our language. If it's a bit, if someone said "de," chocolate, it wouldn't bother me. I'd know what they mean anyway.
Yeah, you'd be
even if
like,
they-
what do you mean, the chocolate?
Yeah,
And
even
it's
if they had,
like,
even if
no
they had a
idea
bar
what
of
they mean.
chocolate and they said the grapes, I'd just go, yeah.
I think
And then as I walk off, I go, fucking foreigners.
I think if someone asks, like if they were trying to talk to you and they said how you say, and they're trying to struggle
that's
to
fair
get a
enough.
word,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then
you'd
you
give
help
them
them.
the word.
Absolutely, yeah.
But
yeah.
when it comes to
I
that,
usually give
and
them the
you'd
wrong
be
word.
You know,
There's people who do that on Omegle, you know.
Yeah.
They chat to. I've seen a young lad that does it, and he chats to American young kids and gets them to say some pretty sketchy, like a couple of words we're
Yeah.
not allowed to say
Yeah.
on YouTube anymore to describe running, and then they'll be like, "I love," and then saying a few naughty words and stuff.
Right, yeah.
But you can't. If someone's le chocolate or la chocolate or
I
whatever,
never correct anyone.
it doesn't matter. You get the
No,
gist,
same.
don't you?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah. It's rude to correct people's grammar in this
Yeah, if someone's
country.
not fluent, then as long as you pretty much get what they're going on about, what they want, then
But if
fine.
they need help, then you
If they
help
do,
them. Yeah,
yeah, absolutely.
If they're asking for help, then yeah. But usually, you usually do give them the wrong word. If it's like, is I'm like, the grapes, mate. Great, that's
Yeah.
grapes.
Trying to find a word for
grapes.
trying to find a word for baguette, and you're
Yeah.
like dildo.
Yeah,
When learning English, you'll notice that one of the hardest words to pronounce is squirrel. Again, not for me, it's really just home run after home run. But if you're really looking to knock someone international down a few pegs, here's a few things that can be extremely hard to say even for English speakers. So when I put it on the screen, we can all try to say it at the same time. Anemone. 3,000ths. Rural brewery. Thanks, guys. I needed that. Additionally, in comparison to Romance
Smooth.
languages, pronunciation in English isn't always consistent phonetically. As an example, in French you have bon, son, pon, font. But if you try that in English, you get hat, rat, chat, wet. See, it just doesn't work. I mean, if you come across a word you haven't seen in English before, it's sometimes impossible to know how it's pronounced. Take these, for example. Though, through, thought, tough, cough, plow, and sometimes you even have hiccups. Not me though, obviously, I never choke. Within English, there are also many dialects of the same language. For example, while American English is mostly removing redundancies in spelling and saying eggplant instead of aubergine or niche instead of niche, again, basically anything that takes more power away from the French, British English removes a lot of redundancies from entire words. As an example, in American English, you would say, I have to go down the elevator and get a ride so I can go and work out. But in British English, you just say, I have to take the lift so I can get a lift so I can go and lift. And then in Australian English, they just completely change entire sentences in the most internationally destructive way possible. As an example, in Australian English, you would say, Oi, don't you love it when a good cunt's wearing a hot pair of thongs? Well, most North Americans would say, oh my goodness gracious, Rachel, get the Bible. What that actually translates to in American English is, hey, don't you love it when your friend is wearing a cool pair of flip-flops? Ultimately, though, every English accent has its advantages and disadvantages. Jamaicans sound cool, but I can't understand them. South Africans sound cool, but I can't understand them. People from Scotland and Wales sound cool, but I'm pretty sure they aren't speaking English. And then people from America sound less cool the higher their neighborhood GDP. Even for me, I have possibly the most generic Pacific Northwest accent imaginable, meaning that I am never allowed to rap. And while that means I am unable to live up to my true potential, the upside is I can do this. Hey Siri, okay Google, subscribe to Casually Explained. If that didn't work, you're lucky you're wearing headphones, because next time you have them out for 20 seconds, I'm texting your mom. I am just kidding, of course. I can already do that from my phone.
Very funny guy.
That was
yeah,
great.
yeah, it's good. Yeah, I like his.
That
I like his
humour's
style.
great, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
It's definitely sort of like our humour.
Yeah,
It is.
I'd say, yeah.
And what did he say? Where did he say he was from?
Pacific Northwest,
Pacific Northwest. So
Seattle, Washington,
right,
sort of that area.
Yeah,
he has got that generic American accent that's not too broad anywhere. Very understandable.
yeah,
Very funny though. I love his sarcasm.
yeah. No, he's really good. Yeah, I like the way he does his,
I like-
his videos.
He takes the mickey out of the French. So
Everyone
Yeah.
does.
hey, baguette boy.
nothing wrong
Even
with
the French do
yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah, try and put the retirement age up to what is it, 45, and they riot.
working 2 days a week and then strike for the other two.
Yeah,
Just sit around eating cheese and drinking wine all
Yeah.
day. It's a pretty good life, to be fair.
To be French, yeah, just get bullied. Anyway, Hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.